Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly video tarot forecast for the week of June 8th through June 14th. For your first card, you have an awesome card, Capricorn. You have the Chariot. The Chariot talks about victory, and it talks about a certain type of victory. This just means that something that you have had as a goal or as a target to have manifest into your life, you have managed to bring that in and to manifest it. Now, this is manifested by, number one, your self-discipline, your own self-will. And number two, you probably also had to either, well, you did have to either coordinate with other people to have this work out and come into your life the way you want it to, or you had to deal with electronics and get electronics to do things the way that you needed for things to happen. So whatever it was that you had to coordinate with, whether it was electronics or human, it looks to me like on Monday you are actually bringing this into your life. You're actually manifesting this through your own self-discipline and being able to get all these other components to work together and help you with this. So that's a really good card. Now, Tuesday, Capricorn, what you have is another good card. You have the Six of Coins in reverse. And the Six of Coins in reverse just tells me that on Tuesday, somebody is going to be coming to you and asking you for help. Now, this help could be financial, but it also could be energetic. It could be you being the shoulder for them to cry on. It could be help with actually doing something physical. Maybe they are adding on a porch to the back of their house or a deck to the back of their house, and they need somebody to come hold wood in place while they get it fastened for the base frame of it. You know, that's just an example of giving your energy to somebody else. Giving of your time, giving of yourself. But somebody is going to be asking you for help on Tuesday, Capricorn. Lots and lots of different ways it's going to be manifesting in each of your lives. So you will be the person that gets to decide, should I help them or should I not? But someone will be coming to you and asking. Wednesday, Capricorn, the Hermit. You're going to be going into hermit mode on Wednesday. Hermit mode is where you're not really around a lot of people and you're doing a lot of reflecting and really thinking about yourself and what makes you tick, what's going on with you. Why are certain things upsetting you is one of the things that I'm hearing. Seems to me like, you're doing some of the character work that you need to do on your own self on Wednesday, trying to figure out, why things are triggering you, what's going on, how do you come against that stuff, how do you make it so that it doesn't trigger you, because when you stand back you can see that it's not really all that important. You don't even really understand why you freak out so much when certain things happen. So this is a day of looking at that and working on fixing those things so that you become somebody that you not only understand better, but you become somebody that you actually like better. You become more comfortable in your own skin after taking some time to look at these types of things and work with them on Wednesdays, Capricorn, on Wednesday. Just threw your card down for Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, what you have coming up is you have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse, Capricorn, talks to me about somebody that is showing up in your life that you'll be having some kind of interaction with on Thursday. This is somebody who has some kind of authority. So this could be a leader of a family, this could be a boss, a supervisor, a company owner, this could be somebody with the government. But this is somebody that has some authority that you're coming in contact with on Thursday, most likely a male. I have seen once or twice the Emperor come up as a female personality, but typically a male personality. And this person is someone who is not using their leadership position to the best of their ability. In other words, they're a little bit irresponsible in their leadership is the word that I'm looking for this particular reading. This person can be corrupt, although I don't feel like all of these people that you're seeing, Capricorns, are actually going to be corrupt. But some of them, I'm feeling like mostly what you're dealing with is just terrible personnel skills. Terrible at interacting with other people, terrible people skills. That's the phrase I was looking for. So somebody that comes off as quite offensive and then they don't even understand why you're offended when it's pretty obvious. So I just see some kind of interaction with that person on Thursday. Best thing I can give you as far as advice, Spirit is just saying, just don't take it personally. It's just not personal. Don't take it personally. You can let this ruin your whole day if you want to take it personally. But if you don't, if you let it go, just slide off your back like water off a duck's back, then you can still have an absolutely fabulous day. But it's all about how you deal with this interaction whenever it comes in on Thursday. Now, Friday, Ten of Swords in reverse. This is the second sign this card has come up for in reverse for this week, and I really was telling the other sign I love this in reverse, because when I look at cards in reverse, one of the things that I like to do as I'm translating them is I like to see, okay, well, how would gravity affect what's going on in this card? And so you can see all these swords that are near or in this person. If gravity was working, all these swords would be falling right on out of that person. So it's really a good card. It talks about a process, though, or a situation, an ongoing situation. And what it's talking about is a situation where feels to me like for you, Capricorn, somebody has been coming against you and sort of attacking your self-esteem, so to speak. Like they're telling you, how could you make that mistake? How could you misspell that word? And they're making, little stuff into really big deals. And they're just making you feel like, my gosh, I can't do anything right, because they're just so on you about every little thing. And the problem is, it feels like to me, Capricorns, for most of you, this person that's doing this, part of the problem is that the rules are changing. What they want this minute is going to be different than what they want 10 minutes from now. So you're still under the assumption that whatever this person wanted 10 minutes ago is still in effect. And so you bring that to them thinking, well, they're going to be happy, and next thing you know, they're losing their frickin' minds because they've changed the rules on you. So this is what I'm seeing that has been going on with you, Capricorn, with somebody in your life. And with the Ten of Swords coming up in reverse, that's talking about that is coming to an end. That those attacks on your self-esteem are coming to an end. For some of you, I feel like you're actually literally walking away from this person. You're not allowing them to be in your life anymore and an influence like that anymore. For others of you, I feel like it may be this person that is walking away from you. And I feel like you've gotten so used to how this person is, and so used to having them tell you what to do, that it's really hard when this person walks away. But in the end, oh my goodness, what a relief it really is. Give yourself some time to process it. Give yourself some time to just enjoy the new freedom. Because the more you get to enjoy it, the more you're going to be like, thank goodness. Thank goodness they walked away. So that's what I see coming up on Friday. And then Saturday, this is a good card to see right after that. This is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is telling me that you're making some kind of transition. You are leaving something behind. So I feel like this applies for those of you who walked away from that situation with that person. For some of you, or for others of you where he walked away, I still feel like this is a good card for you, because I feel like you are moving forward. You're moving away from this situation where you were being just torn down by this other person's words. So you're moving away. It's interesting, these swords on the edge of the boat. That's the first time I've ever really had them catch my eye. That's telling me that you're still thinking about all of these things that this person said to you, all of these things that were attacks against your own self-esteem. You haven't totally let those ideas go yet, but you are making that transformation. So it feels like to me that part of this transformation is the idea of gradually letting some of those negative ideas about yourself that this other person planted in you. It's about gradually letting those go, and you're beginning that on Saturday. This is a process. This is going to take some time. This is going to take 2 or 3 months, actually. And so, but I do see it actually starting on Saturday, where you're starting to let some of those negative ideas go. You're starting to have a greater appreciation of yourself and who you really are and the value that you actually have. So it's all very exciting, actually. And then on Sunday, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. If this isn't telling, I don't know what would be. This is talking about you, whether you're a male or whether you're a female Capricorn. And this is talking about what's going on with you emotionally as you go through this transition period. So this is coming up as on Sunday. Normally I see the Queen of Swords. When she comes in right side up, she's kind of the Queen of Sorrows to me. She's a lot of times she's a widow. She definitely has great sadness. You know, she's got a lot to deal with. She may be depressed. Whenever she comes in upside down though, like this is telling me that you have suffered great sadness, and it's easy to see why, looking at the situation for the last couple of days, maybe even the last 3 days, if we're talking about the whole Emperor upside down, if that was the same person. So we can see why you've been through some great sadness, but the fact that she's turned on her head, this is telling me that that sadness, that depression is starting to lift a little bit, starting to clear. I don't feel like it's completely gone, but I do feel like, you know, there might be a giggle sneaking out here and there. There might be a laugh or a smile coming out now, where before everything was all doom and gloom and sadness. Starting to see some of the freedom that you have now and starting to really enjoy that, starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, and letting some of that depression lift away from you a little bit by Sunday. So Capricorn, that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. I am also now offering cards of the day or cards of the week for those of you who would like to buy them as individuals. So it's not just a general reading, but it would be focusing on your particular energy and be much more specific to you. So you want to check out my website and look at that. And then I've got a couple other services I offer now too. So if you've seen my website before, you may want to see what else I have to offer. For those of you who go to the website, check it out, and decide that I'm the best person for you to work with, feel free to contact me and we'll schedule you a session as quickly as possible for everybody. I will see you all here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.